5 tips for sprayer and accessory selection when weeding and applying pesticides. Now, this isn't a guide about reading the label and applying the right kind of pesticide for the right pest or the right herbicide for the right weed. There's plenty of guides for that online. Always read the label. Neither is it a guide about basic sort of calibration. This is a guide about selecting the right kit for a variety of jobs and what to look out for. So, top 5 tips for sprayer and accessory selection. Number 1, less is more. So don't overspray. And the reasons for this are fairly obvious. We don't want to damage the environment, chemicals are expensive, and we want to just apply the correct amount. So how do we do this? How do we use kit to do this? Dosing is key. So we want to look at things like flow control, flow regulators, if we're spraying a wide area. We want to look at nozzle selection. You can get nozzles with lower and higher flow rates, different spray angles, so getting the chemical to go where it needs to go. And then we need to go through that calibration process to make sure it is doing what it says on the label. Less is more, don't overspray, select the right kit to get accurate dosing. Number 2, select the right sprayer for the job. There's a number of different sprayers on the market of various different sizes. Little simple handheld sprayers are perfect for spot weeding on small patios. For slightly larger jobs, you might want to look at a shoulder strap compression sprayer. This will give you more chemical for bigger jobs in the tank. And then for larger jobs, you want to look at backpack sprayers. You might also want to consider looking at something like high pressure sprayers for spraying into foliage. This gives a very, very fine spray at a much higher pressure than conventional compression sprayers, and it really penetrates into thick foliage like rose bushes, for example. So there's some specialist sprayers there that are perfect for that type of job as well. Tip number 2, select the right sprayer type for the job. Number 3, use accessories to save time. Booms and lances can make short work of even big jobs. So booms, you can get 2, 4 or even 6 nozzles onto the end of your backpack sprayer or compression sprayer, and this will cut the time it takes to weed a large lawn or a large driveway by a factor of 4 or 6. Lances help you get to the places where you can't normally get. The lance extensions can get up into the trees, up high or down low into the foliage. Select the right lances for the job as well. Tip number 4, keep it accurate. So accuracy is key in weed spraying. You don't want to get the weed killer or the pesticide in places where it doesn't want to go. So first thing you can look at is the nozzle type. Is it correct nozzle for the job? Flat fan nozzles are great for creating a line of spray. So if you're walking along and wanting to treat an area, use a flat fan nozzle. If you're spot spraying, maybe use a hollow cone nozzle. If you're worried about hitting plants around it, use something like a weed shield accessory to really get it exactly where it needs to go. And then also one other thing to consider is the environment, the wind. If it's a windy day and you're spraying a fine spray, probably not a good idea because it's going to end up in the neighbour's garden and the wind will carry it away. So consider things like that as well. So keep it accurate, use the right tool to improve accuracy and get the chemical to go where it needs to go. Number 5, this is the most important one. Use quality sprayers. There's a lot of cheap, nasty sprayers on the market, but if you're serious about spraying properly, use a quality brand. You'll get less leaks, you'll get improved accuracy, you'll get less blockages because of improved filtration. They're easier to operate, more comfortable to operate, so you have a smoother action and they're more comfortable. All in all, it's worth spending a bit of extra money on a good quality sprayer because it will make your chemical go further, you'll have a more comfortable experience, there'll be less effort, and you won't have to replace the thing every 5 minutes. So those are our top 5 tips for sprayer and accessory selection for weeding and pesticide jobs.